Beautiful Gemini, welcome back. We are here to do your mid-month read. I have pulled the cards ahead of time. Now, this is to give you guys a hand with your soul path, with your twin flame path, with your romance house, as to what's coming up in the connection, be it you're together or not. But it will be a spiritual bond that you hold with the person, and they'll need to be in your ethers in a sense of you thinking about them quite deeply. Now, what is coming through for you guys is there is a transformation at play at the moment where it is really divinely guided. And I said I've got a beautiful moderator on my channel, which I've got quite a few of them, and I do need to add a few, but one of them we were talking about creating some cards and for psychology to help us kind of giggle through terms that YouTubers use in relation to divine timing, patience. These are particular cards we get that can at times trigger us. Now, the Trinity energies here, and there does appear to be a transformation that both energies are going through in a yin and yang. Now, overall, this person is in your mind. If you're dreaming about them and you're thinking about them, it is coming through very positively, and they have moved through a process of their fear and grief. They were in a state of tuning into that, but I feel they're actually moving out of it now, and they understand it's not serving them. 90% of it is looking like they are energetically ready and more open, but we'll get into that as we move forward. Let's see what's coming through on your side. Something about you is changing, which does make sense because you've got the nodes in your house. Venus is going direct. It's interesting because you've got this card in reverse. And I feel mirror energy coming through. I feel, in the past when you were looking back at where you are to where you are now, you don't feel like you're the same person. You also may not resonate if there is a karmic person involved. It's like maybe correlating energies and looking at it and going, how has this happened? I don't quite understand. Also, in a sense of comparison and understanding and comprehension, it's like a purgatory experience that you're spiritually going through and you're looking at it. But I do feel you're wanting to walk away from that energy. There was a really large message coming through that somehow a lot of what is playing out at the moment, there can be this rejection energy coming through because your foundation is abandonment. And this, with the 8, it's very much linking in with this love interest. It may be that you dealt with energies of abandonment, or you're directly feeling that they had this happen to them. But I feel it's more on your side of the fence that, can you do this? Are you going to be okay? Something in you's changing. Now, there is love here. You may also have a viewpoint of what love looks like. So some of the actions and the ways the person potentially had or has reacted, it may have caused a little bit of confusion. At the heart of it, it is showing that, when we do step away from the ego and we are in a more grounded state of being and we're not purging, we can see the situation from different people's perspectives. I do feel some information you're deeply aware of. Some of it you're not. So we can't fully comprehend where, why, what, how a person reacts in a particular manner. I do feel you're a bit wary thinking, is this the resonance of how it will be moving forward regardless? And I think it's almost you're weighing up the pros and cons as to, do you stay? Do you go? Do you hold hope? But in general, I feel, there might have been a very unwise choice this person made, and you're wondering if that's going to be a continuation. At the heart of it, this actually is being sorted. Again, it's like universe is bringing it full circle, and it is bringing it back to you in a very balanced fashion, be it you're together or not. But this person is actually very protective of you. So a lot of what's playing out in their life, I feel they might have kept their cards close to their chest, might not have explained things to you. Oh. Okay, in their mind, the way they see you is you've always had power to transform situations. You've been able to deal with the Pluto energy, with the alchemy, with being able to co-create things. They may have chosen incorrectly and maybe missed an opportunity, missed a way of seeing you in a particular fashion, but I do feel they're reflecting back in their own awareness of this now. Now, in their heart, they do feel they're constantly with you, be it they are or aren't, and they are wanting to bring this again back towards, you know, this. I'm hearing happy hour. I don't know why I'm hearing happy hour. Maybe you guys are quite social together. But I do feel it's more a spiritual connection, you know, trying to get away from the hustle and bustle, maybe doing something at a very basic level. It might have been a pastime that you guys maybe envisioned, talked about, dreamed about. And although there's camping here, it can be like retreat energy. Just going into hermit mode, just doing the most simplest things together. This person's really meditating upon that frequency, trying to go back to basics. They may not be, you know, articulating this, and they're trying to work out how this is possible, but currently they may be dealing with a bit of adversity, but they are leveling up to a point they're going to start moving forward. I feel the thing that's holding them back at the moment is there's a bit of a purge going on with this person. I do feel they've done the purge, so to speak, you know, and you'll notice this in your own energy. For those of you, especially that are new on the channel, you tend to, when you're trying to process something, you're really coming through your third eye. So you're meditating upon it, you're trying to understand. You can almost get the headaches, the sinus. And then as you've kind of come to a resolve of you don't know, or it is what it is, you then become very fatigued. It's almost like you have a light bulb moment, an epiphany moment, and then you feel very tired. And it can go on for, 1 to 2 weeks sometimes, where you feel deeply fatigued. I feel this is the process that's going on with them at the moment. So the rebirth, this to me, you know, if this is a masculine you're tuning into, and we have masculine and feminine inside the both of us, energetically as human beings, this person is going through a complete transformation, and they're assessing their value systems. They might be deeply critical. They can feel a little bit fatigued at the moment. We've got Chiron and Aries retrograde. Jupiter is retrograde. The Mars energy that relates into masculines, if it's a masculine energy, their frequency is very tired. But nevertheless, especially in life, where this person's at, be it it's a male or a female, there's some sort of a rebirth going on. Due to the fact they've already released something, they're trying to regroup and bring it together. They know and see you for who you really are. Now, they're going to be very transparent about what their situation is. I don't feel there'll be miscommunication. I feel it'll be very direct. You may have actually been very direct with them in the past, but I feel it's just in general where they're standing. They're very, very short and very direct about what they want. Now, the pause of this, I do feel it's by the time we've moved out of the Cancer energy of Mercury and we have moved more into the frequency of, and I feel there is movement, but I feel it's after the Cancer energy moves because we've got the Chariot. So it's in reverse at the moment. There can be a delay on this because this person is tying up making peace with things, and they don't want to come to you incorrect. They're not up in their heads at the moment. They're completely clear about what they want. And like I said, the energy between you, this is a transformation that is coming full 360. In the heart of it, they're feeling maybe you won't forgive them. So it's more they're coming to terms with something. Like I said, be it you're together or not. So intimately, and the sacral chakra energy with the Cancer energy and Mercury, and Cancer does link into this. It's the intimacy energy might feel quite lethargic. And if you're able to tap into energy and you feel that scarred energy coming through, if it becomes lower, or you can't feel the vibration at all, it is due to the fact the person has become very 3D and their pain body experience is healing. Their body is recouping to go through this complete transformation so they can have the energy to move forward. Whatever's played out in their life, I feel the door has closed in a sense of hermit mode energy. And when I say that, the Hermit card, it's almost like when you look at the imagery on the card, there's no turning back. So it's like a complete decision has been made and it's a closing out of that energy. Yeah, these cards are saying the same. They've dealt with this and they want you to understand this. You won't sense this energy. They're not in pain. They're just recovering. So you won't feel their frequency. They're in their Mars energy. Codependency is no longer. And they're ready to move forward with this. I'll see you mid-month. And for the Twin Flame live updates. See you soon, guys. Take care.